Alright, for our craft today, we're going to make an Arctic fox puppet. So this is my little Arctic fox. I've got a piece of paper there to make his mouth move. We talked about Arctic foxes being the only native mammals to Iceland, so let's make one. So first we're going to start with our base, our cone shape here, and that's our body. So I'm going to take a piece of paper and cut it maybe in half. You can obviously do whatever size you want. And you're going to twist it up into your cone shape. And it does not need to close on the top. Mine, this one, does not. In fact, if you want to stick your piece of paper through the top, or string or whatever you're going to use, through the top to make the mouth move from underneath the cone, you might want to leave a space up here at the top. So you're going to make your cone shape. I'm going to tape mine like this, and I'm going to cut mine flat after the fact. So I've got a cone, but it's still got these wings sticking off on the back. So I'm just going to cut it flat there, just so it'll stand up. So we've got our cone, that's our body. Then we're going to make the head. So this is one piece of paper folded and cut into a triangle, and then these ears are added afterwards. So let's take a piece of paper, maybe the leftover paper we had, and fold it. And you're going to want to keep the folded part as the top of your triangle there, as one end of your triangle, the top of the head. So this part is folded, and then I am going to think about the shape I want my head to be. I'm going to make it not quite a hard triangle. I'm going to make mine maybe a little bit more of a U shape, and think about what size you want it for your body. So that's about what I want. So I'm going to cut my U or my triangle-ish shape out. And then I'm going to check it. Is that about how big I want it? Yeah, that works. Okay. Now I think I drew on my face after I had it all attached for this one. So this time, while it's still here, I am going to draw my eyes. And I'm going to put, I'll color that in, a nose down here towards the bottom. How I did this one. We'll give it some eyeballs. And I think I will even do my ears now while I've got it before I attach it. So all you need is two little triangle shapes for the ears, and I'm going to tape those on. So I'm just going to take, that's going to be wide. I'm going to take, cut a corner, and then I'm going to cut it down to the shape that I want. So I want mine about that big. And I cut it while it was still folded over, so I've got two. And I'm going to tape those on to the back of the head. So let's do that. Tape. And tape. Okay, now I've got my head with ears. I might take a little more time and place those a little better. And I still want my mouth, my head to open there. So now we're going to tape our head onto our body. So I am going to, I've not shown you this before, I am going to fold the sticky part of my tape on the outside around and stick it to itself. So I've made a circle with my tape, and the outside part is sticky. And then I'm going to find where I want my head to be on here. I'm going to put my double-sided tape there, and so it still should be sticky there, and then I'm going to stick the head on. And I'm going to do it so that there is a little bit of the head sticking up over top of my base here, because when I put my string or paper there, I want it to fold down so that it will open up. See, this one's got a little room on there so that when I pull this, it folds back, and that's what lets the mouth open up. Okay, so let's do our string piece, or paper, well, what I'm sort of turning into a string out of paper. I'm going to do a fairly long piece, and I'm going to cut a narrow strip. And then I'm using paper because I want it to blend into my white of my Arctic fox. So I have this one taped up to the top there, and you can see it if I hold it in the right light, but it's not very noticeable. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to take my long piece of string here. I didn't give myself very much room between my ears, so I might have to cut that down a little bit. That'll work. So I'm going to tape that piece of string. I keep calling it a string. It's a piece of paper that I'm using like a string. I'm going to tape that to the forehead, so now when I pull on it, the mouth will open up. So I mentioned before, if you want, you can thread your paper through your cone, and then you've got it out the bottom here. Pull on it like that. So now my little guy talks. And you know what I'm realizing I forgot is to draw on my teeth, and I did this very quickly, but you can see I put a tongue and some teeth to make it look like a mouth. So if you're watching this video before you actually do the craft, you might do that before you tape it on. So it's a little trickier to do it while it's on. But I'm going to put some teeth in here and a tongue on mine. There we go. And then the last thing is the tail. I drew little feet there too, if you want. So I am going to cut out a tail shape, which looks like a leaf shape. So I'm just going to take a piece of paper. I'm going to make this kind of nice and big, like a big fluffy tail. And to make mine look, let's see if that's the size I want. Yep. I will tape it on so that it's kind of out to the side so that you can see it. But I used a pencil before that, and let's see if I can hold it up, and kind of just made some marks on it to make it look a little more like fur. And then taped that onto the back, and I had to use a couple pieces of tape just on the bottom there, or maybe one up here a little bit just to hold it on so it doesn't fall back. So I'm going to put maybe a piece of tape up here. Can you see that? Up there. And then another one maybe down here or over here to keep it held on fairly tight. Alright, and there we go. We've got an Arctic fox puppet. Alright, if you do one, send me a picture. I'd like to see it. Thank you.